Dominical, Costa Rica, Semana Santa Saturday. And today was the Semana Santa Classic surfing competition, but I was not here in time for that. Let's just check out Dominical, see what's going on here today. One interesting fact about Dominical is there's a lot of business with monkey in the name. You gotta love that. And Dominical is known as being a surf town. But as you can see, the road through Dominical is pretty narrow. And you need to be careful where you park here because this place is known for having the police take your plates if you're parked in a wrong spot. And this big fella's trying to get into Fuego. This is where the pavement turns to dirt, and there might be a couple of bumps, bump or two. You'll find vendors here selling all kinds of things, from coconut water to meat on a stick. One thing Dominical is famous for is this row of vendors. As you see, arts and crafts and souvenirs of all kinds here. But one thing I should point out is parking here is very tricky, especially during the busy season. These tapestries are very popular, and you'll see them blowing in the wind in a lot of places around here. Very beautiful. Parking here in Dominical can be really tricky. I'm always worried about getting boxed in. But if this is your ride to the beach, you don't have to worry about that. This guy's just like me. It's better to back in so you can get out fast. The most sought after real estate by beachgoers is a spot in the shade. Something to protect you from the hot Costa Rican sun. And thankfully the community here has planted a lot of nice palm trees. As you can see, when you look down the beach, it seems like there may not be a lot of people here. That's because the smart people are running for the trees. And if they're not in the trees, they're under an umbrella. The Dominical lifeguards are on duty today. At low tide, they push their stand down close to the ocean so they can keep an eye on everybody. If you look up into the sky, there's a little bit of action there today. Got some parasailers coming in. I thought about trying that once. I thought about 5 minutes and then decided not to. So now it's time to say goodbye to Dominical. We head out down the road. I really love that cool Volkswagen bus up there on the right. Okay, ladies, we say our goodbyes on the sidewalk. Pura Vida. And speed bumps in Costa Rica are called muertos. And yes, we have a lot of them here. And it is kind of tricky navigating Dominical, but eventually we find our way out. And by the way, I was here last night, Friday. It was crowded. As we pull into Playa Hermosa, it looks like it's pretty crowded here. Semana Santa is in full force. And as with Dominical, parking at Playa Hermosa is tricky. It's probably even more tricky at Playa Hermosa because Playa Hermosa isn't as wide as Dominical. There's always a chance of getting boxed in. There's plenty of beachgoers here at Playa Hermosa, and we see the lifeguards at Playa Hermosa giving some kids some safety tips about surviving here on the beach, warning about rip currents, warning them about stingrays. So a nice place in the shade is a premium here at Playa Hermosa. And this is where all the fun happens. It's almost lunch, so the barbecues are going strong. This guy was nice enough to let me film his food, and he also asked me if I wanted to have some. Coolers and camping seem to be where it's at here. These young ladies have it made. They've got a spot right on the beach, but still in the shade. Some people even bring their own shade with them. The smell of barbecues fills the air. It's definitely a family time here at Playa Hermosa. And lots of barbecue. Barbecue is where it's at. Now we jump down the road to Playa Ventanas, a very magical beach, one of my favorites. And the sun canopies are in full force here today. But now with so many canopies. But during Semana Santa, it's safe to say all the canopies are rented. And it's comforting to know that the ambulance is here in case anybody needs it. And if you've never had a copos in Costa Rica, next time you go to the beach, you better do just that. So I'm really not telling the full story of Semana Santa because I haven't done anything about the religious part of it, which is the most important part of Semana Santa. I do like to show the family nature of Semana Santa and how everybody enjoys their time together here at the beach. Because here in my part of Costa Rica, when there's a holiday, it's time to go to the beach. And as always, hats off to the lifeguards that are keeping us safe here on the beach. And every year, they save lives. So unlike many beaches, most of the beaches in Costa Rica, people do not seek out sun to lay in. They seek out shade to lay in. That's a reoccurring theme for all the beaches we've covered today. We have many creative ways of maintaining our shade here. During Semana Santa, this becomes a different beach. 2 weeks from now, this beach will be almost deserted. But right now, this is the place to be. Whether you're young or old, Playa Ventanas during Semana Santa, it's just where you want to be. A great place to relax and hang out with family and friends. And we got a little game of cards going on. A lot of people camp out here. Another popular area of Playa Ventanas is the river. A safe place for the kids to swim where they don't have to worry about riptides and things. And it's fresh water, and it's a little bit cooler than the ocean. The ocean here is very, very warm. And this guy's got a nice fort going there. He's just hoping the big gringo doesn't step on it. It looks like everybody's having fun. And sometimes they jump off that tree there. But the water's a little bit low right now. Follow the river down and eventually comes into the ocean. Everybody seems to be having fun here. On this magical day, on this magical beach, we spend time with the people that we care about. On this magical day, on this magical beach, memories are made, Nature gives us a lot. And when we can share that with people we love, it is magical. And on this magical day, on this magical beach, you thought the day would last forever. But time doesn't let that happen. It slips away. And in 10, 20, even 50 years from now, you can look back on this magical day, on this magical beach, and remember the time you spent with people that were important to you. A day spent with friends that you thought you'd be with forever, that are now living in another part of the world. Family that's passed away. But you'll always have the memories of this day, this very important day that you shared together, when for one day, everything was perfect. And as the photos you take for social media become treasured heirlooms as the years go by, you remember that magical day on that magical beach. And when this day is over, and we get on our cars to go home, sweep that last bit of sand off our feet as we get in the car, we think about that magical day on that magical beach, when playing with a stick in the dirt was the best thing ever. When splashing in the water on a hot summer day was the best thing you could think of. When you were still little enough where your dad could pick you up in the air. That magical day on that magical beach, when keeping your kite up in the air was more important than texting your friends on your cell phone. And the memories that you'll hold in your heart forever. Time can be cruel. It takes away our youth and even the ones we love. But one thing it can't take away are our memories of that magical day on that magical beach.